afternoon, good midnight to you. How's it hanging? How's it going? I'm back again tonight as planned. If you were here last night, for the random stream, it was kind of funny. It was like a public service announcement, and then my computer did something where it just didn't shut down, but it just stopped, and the screen went blank and dark, but it was still glowing, so it was still on, but it just cut off the stream. That's why there's like a 45-minute video of me just giving this weird public service announcement about how it's like equally okay and not okay to be obsessed with me or something. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I just kind of deliver the messages spirit tells me to when I sit in the chair. You know what I mean? It's not really a pre-planned thing. That's why today I have no idea. I'm in clown mode though because I'm in my clown core era. Plus Pisces season is coming, and that's just clown core times goth equals Pisces season. So you don't even have to fight me. Kurt Cobain is proof enough. And your dumbass. No, I'm kidding. I love the Pisces on my channel. Anyways, just chatting for a little bit. We're gonna have to roll some ads, and I like to get them out of the way right away, right? So probably do that. Be back in 3 minutes. Fuck around a little more, and maybe crack into some tarot. Never did these cards. I was like all excited that I understood them better and knew how I was going to use them, and then I didn't do it. I think I also mentioned last night that we would do a channel reading, but I didn't feel anybody come up today, so I feel like it's going to catch me really off guard when we do it. I don't know what it's about or who it was, or I don't know. So we'll be right back. Oh, hi. I'm about to roll some ads. Whoops. I was just going to get it out of the way before. What? See, if I don't do it, yeah, the pre-roll's on already. Apparently, I have to. Damn. Okay, be right back. All right, that felt so fast, and I was here in a flash. The full moon caused me to, yeah, my cycle synced. Not necessarily, unfortunately. Sometimes it's good to get out of the way. Sometimes the surprise element of it can be, well, like I had a stall here. I was gonna start an hour ago. Here we are, late again. But early when it comes to the important things. Am I right? Team no kids, team no sleep, team live your dreams, whatever. Team baby break. So Sarah Paulson's dropping her mixtape today. Um, Congrats to her. Cool, 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 cool. Blood has hit the dance floor. It's graphic around here. I'm sorry. I blame the clown core. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Although controversy building around Jimmy Urine isn't looking too good for ICP at the moment. But I guess we'll see how things play out, shall we? Um, I honestly have zero takeaways from last night. I have zero mentions, no recollection of anything except for being like, yo, stop thinking about me, stop being obsessed, and realize that this is a very lonely existence. Nothing to be envious of. Yes. That's like the only takeaway I got from last night. I think there was tarot cards. It was like the shadow self reading. But for the most part, it was just heart of the cards, man. I don't know if we can disruptive. Maybe maybe I will jump into a fucking tarot reading. Um Something tells me not to wait, actually, oddly. Maybe not odd, depending on who is quiet, because I know it's late. And some people like to listen as they fall asleep. So it could be that, especially because Guardian of the Night Tarot, great for dreams, literal dreams, or otherwise, I guess. Also, Akashic Records. And there was something else. Oh, advice going through the dark night of the soul, right? Guardian of the dark night of the soul moments. Guardian of your dark nights. Your soul meets your shadow, and you have to fight yourself, right? And the whole world conspires against you because that's how you best show someone. Perfect. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is my ad clock is gonna renew and it's gonna let me roll another ad and then I'm gonna roll it so we get like an uninterrupted at least 40 minutes to break into this deck because it's gonna be the first time I'm using them on stream. And we'll switch screens so everybody knows and it'll be me stalling a slight bit more in case anybody wants to join last minute. So that'll be the agenda and we'll be doing it quick because sometimes I feel like I get so out of practice or like take the days off where my attitude the past couple days. That's another thing I remember. It's just like being a dick and being like, damn it, dude, I'm being loud enough. Like I'm being obnoxious. I'm being kind of mean. Um, well, I've been meaning to use it, but it called me tonight, like just now, where I was like, we nice. Nice. Cryptic fucking feels, yeah. It is cryptic feels around here for sure. I love that. Uh, I'm super cryptic. Sorry. Damn, way to just kill the fucking vibe. I'm gonna just. No, you know what? I'll explain myself maybe. I wish you would have read my rules and avoided asking me that because I don't do personal readings, so it would be best to just avoid asking. But if you stick around and get to know us and you just learn to vibe with the channel and accept messages for what they are, which is an interpretation of spirit through word of mouth, then you'll feel like you get your own. The more you watch, the more you know. The more you know, the more you grow. But take it slow. Don't come on here and ask me for anything when I don't even know y'all. So I'm going to take the ad break and we'll come back. Also, to note that if you see that the screen has this pink box and a wide selection of art, it's a chat mode, so you can ask me questions, not that one. Um, and you'll know that I'm just kind of bibbly up, you know, chilling, talking, um, tarot and otherwise. But when the box is green and the chat moves to this side, that's when you know we're doing tarot. Oof, it was 11:11. So I'm rolling this ad so we get like 40 minutes of uninterrupted, no commercial tarot time with this new deck that I've never used on this channel before. So, shock me like your cryptic view. I love that. It was 11:11 on the time. It was 11 minutes and 11 seconds into the video. At 111, it's time. So, 3 minutes, get your water, take your pee breaks, fucking grab a pen and a paper while you're out there and probably take notes. Suggest at least two colors or a pencil, something like that. And we got 3 minutes to reconvene. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the midnight showing of Illuminati Mystics. Bird's Eye View from the underworld. Wrap your troubles in dreams. I don't know the words to that one. It's newer to me. Or I haven't heard it since high school, I should say. I'm really sorry. Is least at great strength and the best flow of resistance to break out the barrier. Something. Getting AutoZone vibes for no reason. Why are you pissed? Maybe you're supposed to, maybe you're not hearing something. If your ear is blocked, you're clearly missing what you're supposed to be hearing, right? Welcome. If you're just tuning in, we're playing with a new deck. This is the Guardian of the Night Tarot, Dark Night of the Soul Guidance, Akashic Recordings, but I feel like that's more for personal use if you're ever interested in exploring your own past life sessions. And dream interpretation, which I think is what we'll mostly be getting into. So if you want to take this time, go ahead and grab yourself pen, paper, whatever colors you got. If you're using pencil, it's because you're supposed to be, right? So do what you do best and grab something, yeah? Some water, whatever. I'm just getting the cards on the table, so stick around and let's see what unfolds. We've got let's see how much time. 56 minutes of uninterrupted stream. No ads for the next 56 freaking minutes. And a brand new deck, brand new tarot reading to help you sleep at night. Welcome to Insomniacs Anonymous. I'm your host, Illuminati Miss Dex, and tonight we've pulled out some decks. Right? Yeah, buddy. Okay. Never read these. Well, I did once for the person who gifted them to me. She's very, very talented, skilled, beautiful, and even gifted in this way. Yeah. Okay. I feel like there's such a calming feeling. They very much feel like summertime in this deck. And I think it's very much because of the bees on the back with the moon and the flowers. It definitely looks like July, Cancer season, right? And I also just think of fireflies when I see this image, even though I know they're not. To me, it looks like fireflies lighting up on the back of this deck. Yeah, it's really pretty. And you can't tell which way is up. And I like that. Um, Bottom of the deck is Ten of Wands. Things are getting out of control emotionally. That is the problem. I think this is probably why that conversation came up last night, is because as much as I can be in tune with things or see things coming or know what's happening or accept what's happening, that is far from being the same as being unaffected by it. And although I can be very strong and resilient to what life or anyone throws at me and just, hey, send back nothing more than a blessing, um, other people will take care of it for me, especially if it needs to be addressed or taken care of, right? So, again, I just say what Spirit wants me to say when I get in the chair. And it got a little personal yesterday, but I think a lot of people are going through these pretty intense emotional times. So either you related to the message and you're like, damn, people feeling really strong and knowing that, you're attractive to people on ways that are non-physical, right? And people are drawn to you, and it's that feeling, or you're the one drawn to someone and needing to understand that, with someone like that, everyone being drawn to them. Yeah. It's a really, yeah, 10 of Wands. So it's like either fucking go or stop, but it's not stop and go. That makes sense? Because we'll be inspired for a second to make a move and then either retreat or just stop what we're doing or to move towards something else and try to come back this way. Stop and go, 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 stop and go. No more. It's either stop where you are or go. Keep going. Like you don't get to just keep popping over here, see what's going on, coming back and popping back over there and see what else is happening. No, you're either gonna come through the door or you're not, right? She came in through the bathroom window. Shadow of the Night Blade. This is the Guardian of the Night Tarot. I think you came here at a good time. My chest is itching right now. What is that about, you guys? It's not been itching at all today. I have not scratched it even once. Been wearing the same shirt and the same necklace all day. I don't know. Somebody just got a chest piece tattoo. I'm so sorry if watching me scratch my chest was triggering. If you got a tattoo there, it's itchy. You need to put some, not clear salt. What's it called? You need Aquaphor on that or something. It's burning and you want to scratch it because it's dry. It's dried out. I don't know if laymen can access getting that. Are you serious? You need Aquaphor immediately. Yeah, what are you doing? Fucking around. My chest is just so bad right now. Like, oh, it's 33333 on the time. Yeah, right. So be mindful. Be mindful. Just understand what you're taking on when you sign up for things like chess pieces. You should already have the Aquaphor. Oh, that's even weirder. That wasn't a tattoo. Yeah, I don't know. There could be a demon on you. I don't know. I've never told anybody that, and I wouldn't really just say that because demons are very misinterpreted. Just make sure you're not dealing with any devils, you know what I mean? But for one thing, I'll tell you, it's far from being satanic. People have a really weird concept of who Satan is. Um, the devils come in all disguises, so that's not to say that they aren't reckless and perhaps disguising themselves as Satan. Surely, Satan's a good guy. Okay, so never used this deck before. It's very beautiful. It's once again dream interpretations. Um, Akashic recordings, which I think probably more personal use, but we'll see if anything comes up. And guidance for your shadow self, basically. Guiding through the dark nights of your soul. What this deck is for. What this reading is about, don't know yet. I felt like flipping this over. The Nine of Swords. Somebody might be battling a drug addiction. And I'm talking some hard shit. I'm talking, it's like maybe opioids, not necessarily opiates, more subtle than that, right? And you think like, well, at least it's not opiates, but it's still opioids, bro. No, that's gonna be a hard no. Hard drugs is a hard no, and y'all know that, right? Um, or even alcohol can be pretty fucking tough. Yeah, I would agree it's not the time and place. So definitely remind us to have that conversation because, like I said, something new for me and can't ask for much in return other than my curiosity being explored in that regard. Sorry, no offense, but yeah, I want to help. So yeah, message me. Um, who do we trust more, Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg? Instagram or Twitch? Who we who we trust? Okay, so message me here. Or message me on my own damn website. Message me via message boards. I have an account too. You can private message me on there. So do that. That's actually perfect. I saw your post and I think I liked it. I still am trying to use my own website more. So Yeah, Nine of Swords, somebody dealing with drug addiction. Maybe someone who died of an overdose too. It could be that, where maybe there was someone who passed away from opiates and now the predecessor is using opioids, or who's Jeff? Whatever, whichever way it could be, but it's definitely like a hard drug feeling because of the swords. If it, alcohol, I do think is pretty fucking hard. It's a very hard addiction to have. It's very life changingly chaotic. But this is more in reference to something harder than that because the swords would indicate more the use of tools, if you catch the drift, whereas alcohol would still be represented more with the cups and the liquid and water. Um, Cards like the Eight of Cups or, the Five of Cups might indicate something like that. But with the swords, I think more ugh, flowy things. So beware if you're on that road or something. There's also, because the Ten of Wands, there's also these cards. I don't know. This deck is it's coming, it seems to be coming very naturally. Um, Maybe you saw Fox in a dream, which Four Pentacles, he's looking for something. So if the fox is in the hen house, it's because it wants answers. Okay. And I think that's sort of literal to a degree, because this is like a dream interpretation. So if you see a fox in the wild, it might be hunting or hiding something. But if you see a fox in a hen house, it's looking for something. Okay. And there's a big difference there. So we have the wolf and this bunny for the fool, the journey. I don't know where this accent's coming from, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's probably not real. It's probably some kind of spirit thing, non-human form of something weird, really weird, or somebody's relative. I don't know what that was for a second. The death card is right here though. So someone had a bit of an accent that sounded anything remotely like that. They are reminding you to stay strong. We have the strength card here, the snake and the rat, you know. And Knight of Cups. It might be a parental figure, father figure, especially if it is someone who passed away from opiates, or it could be two separate narratives. That accent was weird. It was like something came through and left very quickly. So fleeting experience. The Fool is a journey, but it's like the wolf's journey, right? Transformative time, and if you go chasing rabbits, right? And if you go chasing rabbits and you know you're going to fall. Oh, wow. Yeah, that would definitely hit for you, I would say. So he might be trying to come to you in your dreams, or he might be trying to get your attention physically. If he was into hard drugs, then right, yeah. Um, itchy and scratchy. That might be why you're scratching your chest. It's him. If you're not resonating with the drug narrative, then it's his drug narrative. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, especially because it came up in a previous reading. So, um, listen to White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane. He was cool, right? So that's probably what got him in the game in the first place. But that's his message to you, is that song. Okay. And listen to it and read Go Ask Alice. It's kind of young, but you're 20. I read that book when I was like 15, 14, 15. If you haven't already read Go Ask Alice, you should. It's a short, quick book. It's kind of like, it's very niche. I don't even know that. I don't think there's an author. I don't know if I don't want to say kids these days because y'all are fucking, trying to grow and be 20. But um, yeah. Oh, Beatrice Sparks. I guess there is an author because we have the internet now. But it used to just be published anonymously. Um, oh shit, it's online. Oh my god, I can send you a link to the book on Google. I read this book before I did drugs and was like, huh. Yeah, so there's the book. conveniently enough. I guess it's even easier to access than it used to be because it was one of those things where you had to know someone who had it to land it to you, and it was not really sold in stores. It was, you know, it was published as anonymous, and there may have been credits, but none of us were fucking really paying attention, right? Like, no, I mean, I always, I don't know, I always read the credits. I feel like it was maybe genuinely anonymous, but it was one of those books that got passed around, right? It was not something, it was something that somebody gave it to me when I was 15. I can't even remember who let me borrow it. I think it was a tourist though, and she was really lovely, and we helped each other find our sexuality without being sexual. It was amazing. Um, that's so cool. That's not cool, but it was kind of cool, yeah. To read that and listen to the song. It's you know, the book's from 1999, so you know the song, but I guess I'll link it if anyone doesn't happen to know the fucking song. Go ask Alice when she was just small. And if logic and proportion, I don't know. Red Queen is up in her head. Cool. Clowncore era commence. And the white knight is talking backwards. That's a ghost thing. That's how I used to determine whether or not a ghost scenario, story, or situation or spirit was real, is if it moved me to tears. I don't need that anymore because I can just straight up hear them now. But I used to, if someone told me a ghost story and I welled up with tears, I knew it was actually like a human person or real ghost story. But if somebody told me a ghost story and I didn't, I would know that not that they were lying, but that they perceived something that way, but it isn't true. So that's yeah, that was the biggest tell for me before I knew what I was doing was the welling up with tears because it's like you feel them, but you don't hear them or see them. So it'd be pretty intense. Um, hey man, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, okay? Once again, are you burying or are you digging? Be weary on your journeys. Ten of Wands. It's an emotional time. It's a full moon, right? We had the full moon the other day. We barely talked about it, but I also, having done that PSA kind of thing and been you know, like in the depths of that conversation, basically, and like they talking about all this personal stuff, talking about being in the corners and being in the shadows, and knowing I was always worthy enough or good enough, but just like never really caring for anyone else to know that, you know, and so just subsiding and hiding. Whereas now I walk freely and openly and under the sun. I've seen all the numbers since I started the stream. It's been a night. It has been a night, a beautiful one. A very beautiful one. It was literally 11:11 when the clock was at 11 minutes and 11 seconds. And that's effortless, you know, that's something so unplanned. So, me talking about these things and those types of behaviors making me lonely over a longer course of time and recognizing that I can even empathize with people feeling the way they do about me because I've often wanted to change and simply like had to be who I am, right? So I think because that conversation took place during the full moon, and full moons are meant to release rather than create, it was very much letting go of those old habits and releasing those old behaviors and clearing out what we were or used to be able to welcome in what is going to be blooming. We are Aquarius season is doing all the work, the last minute work, whatever it is, to finish up the year, build the bridges, or you know, get off the fucking island, right? That's basically it's going for the jobs and getting consistent and getting the paperwork together, like all that Aquarius fucking season. It goes off, it goes hard. So um that's what this time is for. On Pisces season, you should start to get a good idea of how your harvest, or not your harvest season, but how your, you know, cultivation is going to go when you go to cultivate your field come spring, when you're ready to go plant your seeds again for the year. Pisces season should give you a pretty good picture of what that will be and what that's going to look like. But Aquarius season is where you're going to come up with your blueprints. That's right now. And we have like what, another 2 weeks or so? I think the last day of Aquarius season is February 18th, and 19th starts Pisces season, and that starts the end of the year. And it's going to be lots of dancing and celebrating, but it's going to be um, patience also, right? Foundcore, gothicness. I don't know, wintertime, right? It's okay to be scared, but it's definitely foreboding. If you're scared, you probably missed out on doing a lot of the work. Think about the little chicken, but not the one whose sky was falling, but the hen who made bread. Okay, she asked everybody for help, and she's like, I'm making this bread. I need all this shit, ingredients. I'm mixing it, like I'm putting the batch in. Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? And all the other little animals were like, listen, I'll come back later. I'll get you next time. I don't have time for this. I need help with something else. And they all came up with an excuse to just be like, yo, dude, not my responsibility, not really my problem. And at the end of the day, the hen had bread. So they all came back hungry and they were like, yo, can we get some of that bread? And she took a moment to remind them that it wasn't their bread and that they really would not be eating it if they couldn't make it themselves. And they wouldn't be eating if they couldn't make it themselves, right? And that they refused to help her and that she had no reason to share the bread. I think in the Campy Kids version, she does, anyways. But what say you? Of course, we want everyone to eat, but at what cost is your food? Vanilla Coke, smooth and intriguing. You probably shouldn't be scared. But if you are, it's because you were unprepared. You came unprepared. But listen, excuse me. I don't even remember what I was doing when I was 20. Probably still like writing some asinine book akin to like Helter Skelter, psychotic levels of interpersonal drama and social political criticism. Speaking out of turn, out of pocket, out of my mind, out of my heart, on my sleeve, right? That's what I was doing at 20. So if you're just like a little panicked or a little scared or unsure of what's to come, just know that this is a very uh, pinpoint time in your life. I very much remember 19. 19 was a very detailed year, and 20 was fun. I still went to, I remember the parties I was at, I remember who I was hanging out with. I think, but that was more 21. Yeah, 20 is a vague year. It's not like I was really drunk or on drugs at the time either. It was a transition from like a intoxicated period to like a less toxicated period and into a sobriety period at the time. But 20 is such a transitional year that there really isn't much to do. I don't know if that's an American thing or I think it's more of a development thing. Um, and sort of how the numbers line up with the human consciousness and the way we develop. And that's why number sequences at some level make up everything in the world, right? Everything in existence as we know it can be coded in numbers. So think matrix or think mathematics, it doesn't matter. Think physics if you want to, but even molecules have numbers, right? So it's like the building blocks of everything. Um, do the math, right? Use a calculator if you have to, but know that that's cheating. So you might not get what you think you're owed if you fucking cheat, you know? Take the long way home. Put on some Super Tramp, you know? Listen to Super Tramp. Probably listen to that Breakfast in America album. That might help. Um, I don't know. So, anyway, Nine of Wands. Things becoming less emotional, but it's really about taking it on one by one. Porcupine King. Damn, I haven't thought about them in a long time. Or that was a song. Who sang that? No, it's like Porcupine King by Porcupine King, right? And it's like this 20-minute concept thing. I don't know. Um, Porcupine Tree? I don't even know what reference I'm making, but it's fine. Um, Nine of Wands is like, dealing with these intense emotions one at a time and realizing like we see the fox in the background, even if we are focused on the porcupine in the foreground. The porcupine obviously is more on defense, but behind the scenes, the fox is digging and digging within to find the root cause of these different emotions and to address what you're actually feeling versus what you portray to be feeling or what have you. You may seem like you're on the defense or the offense, even, but it's really more like you are protecting yourself as you are retreated within. Yeah, yeah. Um, so it's a defense. It's like a self-defense mechanism. Okay, keep digging. Nine of Swords. So we got double nines. I think the other nine was right here too, right? Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Double nines though. So 9 9. We love that. Oh wait, Nine of Swords. We did already have Nine of Swords. Why did this come up again? Well, they ended up next to each other. So take care of one, you get to the other, right? Once you realize why you're having the feelings you do, you can start to address the addictions that are within you, right? We got some face down cards, which I guess I will reveal, but to say there is a page of cups underneath it. Is that like a beaver or something? Where's his tail? One of the I can't think of the name. Not a cobra, maybe one of those cabras, something. Um, But a page of cups, like he's flowing down the river, he's swimming. There's a little cardinal on there, so take that as a sign from a loved one and a reminder to um, stop hiding your hidden talents and let them come forward and shine. Because you are beautiful, you are divine, you are in the prime of your life, you are ready, more ready than you would ever imagine you are do the things that you want to do and you will get very far. So it's time to stop keeping them. Yeah, it was last night too. Stop keeping things a secret. Just put it all out there and go for it. Reach for your cup. Do what you need to do. Go after the things that haunt you because those are the things that want you. Okay? That's kind of a weird whatever. Okay. But before you can even get to that, what is blocking? Is this a connection? What's blocking the flow of this river? What's blocking? Oh my God. These are all in reverse. Um, it does feel a bit like a stalemate. We have a hanged man in reverse, the star in reverse, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands is very passionate, moves in quickly, passionately, sometimes haphazardly. The star is Aquarius. It's now Aquarius season. It's in the reverse. The star is a surprise, but if it's in, I do read reversals, so right, it's like no surprises there. Um, and the hanged man is, being dedicated to something to the point that it's almost poisonous, right? It's martyrism. So the hanged man can be a good sign if you are starting something or dedicating yourself to a good cause or something that benefits you in the long run and others, but you also run the risk of being so dedicated that you sacrifice your own well-being for it. So this is in reverse. So it's kind of like the Knight of Wands maybe made no moves or the fire energy is out, the passion's not there. There was no forward movement from the masculine energy, which was at no surprise. No one was expecting it, or it's just not going to happen during Aquarius season. So we might just be waiting on this next phase. But some people associate the Hanged Man with Pisces season, and that's in reverse too. So it might be something that waits until spring. Um, when Aries season begins, is when things flow once more or start to make sense and you don't get so caught up in the water, but actually swim with it. Okay. Um, Another interpretation seeing this Knight of Wands and the Star and the Hangman in reverse is sort of like when there was no movement and there was no surprise, like, the expectation was lost. It was like it could be released for once and all. We've got a card on face down on top of the Tower and the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is happiness. Nine of Cups is like everything. The Tower is so funny. It seems to be coming up a lot, and it's almost like the Tower has a new meaning. It's like Tower has always been falling apart. Life kind of gets destroyed, or you see. I've always said that it helps you see things from another perspective or a higher perspective, but I don't think that's necessarily a popular opinion. But this tower in particular, being the trees and the crows, feels very friendly. Feels like new growth. It feels like more like an ivory tower or a pillar of crystal than it does a tower moment. So I think this is more representing dreams. If you see a tower of any kind in your dream, a tree or the crows, but the crows came up in conversation this past week. Always befriend the crows. If you see them, give them gifts. What the fuck? I'm so jealous. Send them my way, please. Tell them that I'm looking for them and I miss them and I want to be around them. Okay. Especially when it's with this Nine of Cups, where I'm sensing a lot of new growth, but there's something on top of it. So what's stopping it from happening is the Chariot. There's no movement. There's nothing like there might be a Cancer that's blocking this. There might be a Cancer who's getting in the way of you letting go of something. There's sometimes you have to confront the thing. If you ghosted someone, this is your karma. Yep. You try to ghost, especially if it's a Cancer or during Cancer season, which would have been late June and most of July, then you fucked up, right? So if there is a Cancer involved, the reason things are not moving, whoa, the reason things aren't moving forward is that there is unresolved business there. And even though your moment is around the corner, this Cancer, for whatever reason, has for somehow blocked you. You either haven't gotten past it, haven't gotten over it, or they don't want you to because it's something you're unaware of. So um you haven't got over it. Maybe you should reach out at this point. Again, what haunts you wants you. It's a petty game to play. People who I got ghosted by somebody who I'm haunted because it's like if you leave your shit behind, if you leave the connection open, if you stay within their fucking, stay in their business, it's not really ghosting. Ghosting is leaving without a trace, getting lost. People who get ghosted really, I mean, it's like they vanish without a trace. Like we gotta stop using it so casually. Did they ghost you or are they haunting you? Right? Because I have a very hard time thinking that there is really, unless you have like a true mental uh, disorder or lack of understanding for things like obsession, or like if that's somehow a hindrance in your life, I do feel like thoughts patterns can be very similar in people, and that's why we think of the things or like the things or do the things or think of the people we do. Or like why we know when we're gonna get a text from someone. All the same kind of energy. When, oh, I was just thinking of you and now I ran into you. It's like we know each other, right? So it doesn't always matter what you say. This person probably still feels guilty, right? Or if they were angry, then they're still mad and wanted you to chase. But that's not to say that you should chase them as much as something about that needs to be resolved in order for you to truly keep moving forward. Or you have to be willing to let them go entirely, even never knowing if you want what you want. Yeah, got you. Yeah. So yeah, that's could have been something that happened during Cancer season too, but Yeah, if you're dealing with a Cancer, it's that. Cancer moon, I don't know. Because the full moon in Cancer was also just in January, like a month ago. And then this one, no, wait, maybe this, I don't remember. This is Leo now. So it's funny because strength and chariot came up. Um, we will have to discuss that at a later time. That would probably cost you, but you'll figure something out. King of Swords, so more air energy, masculine energy, double masculine, King and Swords. The owl is wise seeing, wise action in the Halloween Oracle. It's also nocturnal, so remember dreams and being awake at night doesn't mean that you can't dream, right? So make a daydream a nighttime thing if you can't sleep and have the dreams you're meant to have, right? I feel like I could chug this right now, and usually the aliens are the ones who want the fucking colas, like the acidic, carbonated, sugary crap is usually when I'm chugging it like that is aliens. So I don't know. This deck is interesting, right? I'm channeling something, that's for sure. So yeah, this King of Swords very protective, very much knows where they stand, all that. Yep. Yeah. I mean, I'm completely nocturnal. I embrace that. I do sleep when I'm supposed to. But lately I haven't been sleeping enough and it's getting a little off kilter, staying up a bit too late and waking up a bit too late. Like, well, right before this cycle of just like not sleeping that much. And welcome, Insomniacs Anonymous. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so King of Swords is holding it down, right? Knight of Pentacles is poking around. Okay, seeing this gold and ready to go for it. Got your nose in the business. Nice moves, Knight of Pentacles. You look really cool looking like this fucking ass right here. Digging for gold that ain't even there. Very classy of you. But look, the world, it all works out the way it's supposed to. It's all works out the way it's supposed to. And Ten of Pentacles, beyond just seeing a piece of gold in the field and looking like an ass trying to get it, you could be building actual wealth. You could wait for the coins to fall, right? And you can just keep doing what you're doing, worshiping your queen. Oh, whew, my bad. I mean, the Empress. She in my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a traveling friend indeed. Oh, she goes in way over time. She give me more. I feel like that. I was like, oh, that's who's in the field, right. Because you're supposed to be building an empire and building wealth with none other than the Ten of Pentacles over here. That's what the world, the Empress, is gonna do it regardless, right? The femme energy always, right? But instead, hammered down into this mess or whatever the fuck that is. Double masculine energy, take it how it resonates. Air and pentacles. Cool. Seven of Swords, protect your shit. Seven of Swords is futility of the thought deck, but this is definitely protective energy. This is like also a Black Panther. We really do like to see that. But it's like behind him is all of the Panthers just on guard, like making their rounds. So it's a very protective energy. So it's not about putting your swords down, but in a position to where they are in guarding, right? And Six of Cups, a little bit of a celebration of life. Look at these cutie little elephants, right? It's time to actually enjoy what you're doing and not just do it because you think it's what people do or because it looks cool. It's time to do what you are meant to do as you rather than what you see other people do. Because guess what? Financially, if you're not breaking even, it's probably not worth it. Five of Pentacles, right? This eagle wants to fly, but it's not going anywhere. It's on this stump, right? And why is that? Because honestly, Eight of Cups. You're drinking out of cups that you don't even fucking care what's in them. drinking out of cups, being a bitch, basically, right? And what did Lil Wayne say? I don't care if it's heroin in my cup, it's my cup, fuck you. I don't necessarily agree with that. If it's heroin in your cup, don't drink it here, is how I feel, right? Um, but 8 of cups, he's looking for more, even though he's got 8 fucking cups. Would you just drain them out? What did I say earlier? 8 of cups was alcohol. I said that the 9 of swords was definitely like hard drug vibes, but not necessarily alcohol, because alcohol would be something cups. 8 of cups, I said 8 of cups, 5 of cups. It's coming up. Alcohol is a problem. Drinking way too much. Drinking way too much. And it's cool if you're young or it's a binge thing. Yep, you gotta stop. Like, it's right. It's like if you want to go out every weekend as a young person, yeah, then that's one thing. But going out every day, every night, all day, every day is far from being a lifestyle the way it is sold to you. It's far from a lifestyle. It's a life threat. It's a threat to your being. It's a threat to your life. It's a negative vibration. Because guess what is on the side of this? 1415, temperance and the devil. So temperance is Sagittarius and the devil is Capricorn. And when I first got this deck, I put them all in order and I've only done one reading. Pour them out for the homies for real. And then break the bottles. And I honor it to them. And they'll come and remind you and they'll come get you and they'll come mess with you if they catch you drinking rather than you be dealing with like people trying to intervene on you. They'll intervene on you if you let them. So pour them out for the homies or whomever and then break the bottles. Temperance is sobriety. Temperance is taking breaks, and in the definition sobriety. So um, Sagittarius is also very creative, so it's very much time where you take a break from one thing to focus on another. But the devil would indicate addiction, very much so. It's a jackal, a horned rabbit. And if you go chasing rabbits, and you know you're going to fall. The devil, very much lack of self control, lack of control in general, possessiveness, vices, just pretty negative energy. It can also just be Capricorn, so it could be stuff that was happening Sagittarius Capricorn season, and that's why the switch was made. But yeah, weed is way better. I like even want to take a break from weed, but like I've talked about this pretty candidly, where I'm just not in the position to. And I was discussing it with my partner, and I do use a lot of like THC products to help deal with PMDD at different phases of my cycle for different reasons. So, he mentioned, well, if you were taking a daily medication, you wouldn't really just take a break from your meds. And I was like, oh, fuck, you really put that in perspective. I'm the one saying that I use marijuana medicinally. How would I just cut off my meds? So it's like hard and you have to know why you use the things, and that's what this beginning of this reading was about, was getting to the root of the feelings that make you want to do those things, basically. Yeah, but that's the thing, you just needed a tolerance break and you filled that break with alcohol, making you even more addicted to weed in the long run, you know um but it's okay, you'll conquer that, and your demon is probably literally just alcohol. I think that demons sometimes only really come out when people drink. I've noticed a lot of people will literally change when they have alcohol for some reason. It doesn't even matter how much. It's like creepy, scary stuff. But if you think that you have a demon, it's just the liquor talking comes to you. Probably is, but it's as simple as quitting drinking and you'll get rid of it ASAP. you know. But it can be hard. Be careful. Cut back first. Alcohol is one of the very many or few drugs that can give you withdrawal symptoms that will kill you. So, yeah, yeah, they're trying to tell you some shit. They can access you so much easier when you're inhibited, right? Release your inhibitions, but not like that. That's not what she was singing about, was, giving yourself away to demons in the middle of the night. So, 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 11 seconds on the time. Welcome to the fucking reading. We're doing tarot right now. We're doing this new deck. Four Pentacles and the Fool came up again. Got a pile right here, face down cards. Don't even know if they're upright or not. I'm going to spin them. From the cradle boy comes a beckoning voice. You start spinning. You have no choice. You hear laughter cracking through the walls. You start spinning. You have no choice. Following the footsteps of a ragtime dance. We are in drugs. Spellbound. It's still stuck in my head. I sang it all day today. Spellbound, spellbound, oh, oh. Spellbound. Okay, these are all face down. So here's some stuff that needs to come to surface. It could be something that's happening in your life that is because of your shadow side that needs to be addressed, or it could be an actual dream you had, or it could be a past life connection. Queen of Swords, air energy coming up immediately. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So once again, finding the root cause of these emotions. And Two of Wands, recognizing that having strong feelings for someone is not the same as being in love. You can see that the Two of Cups is usually the love card in most tarot decks, right? The lioness is in color and the lion is in black and white. So what's good for the lioness isn't always good for the lion. Okay. We've got the Seven of Wands, the World, Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands. This is very much a little story, little kid story. It's like a childhood wound thing, maybe. Seven of Cups, or somebody who has children. Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, the World, Page of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Seven of Cups, a Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands. So definitely a comeback story of some kind that you maybe were a part of, or actually the opposite, where things were really good. Seven of Wands, um, working as a team, operating as a family, the world, things working out. Page of Pentacles, maybe reaching beyond your means, right? Maybe trying to strike a deal with the squids. They're not necessarily dangerous and they're not really untrustworthy, but they are very odd communicators. And if you are not very clear, neither are they, period. You will never know what they say because they don't speak. They've done things to me that I'm like, did I consent to this? Because I feel like I did. Like, what the fuck? They're odd beings. You cannot just reach for things that aren't. The cola imitates the taste of ink. So anyway, reach for the stars, you reach for the squids, because outer space is deep ocean, baby. Six of Wands, it can feel good, but it also makes you feel paranoid. Seven of Cups, wishing for more, longing for more, that damn rabbit. Chasing that again. Wheel of Fortune, maybe finally getting it, right? Getting paid up, getting the payout, whatever. Looking back and realizing you wish you would have maybe even followed a passion and taken a different route, in a sense. We've got Temperance in reverse and the Star in the upright. So don't worry about the sobriety come Aquarius season. We've got like 2 weeks left. Don't just binge it out, but slow down. Once again, you don't want to end up with the shakes. You don't want to go through withdrawal. You have to slow roll alcohol out. Having one drink where you would have had four, having one night off every other night or whatever, rather than drinking every day. You have to slow roll. So for the remainder of Aquarius season, the next 2 weeks, you got to cut back and be quitting for Pisces, like before the new year starts. You got like a month and a half. That goes for anybody, not just like this one person. The Knight of Cups is in the upright, so this would be like maybe a parental figure. We've got a Swan, so someone who definitely wants attention. It's definitely someone trying to get your attention. And the thing is, swans are very graceful. They're very beautiful. They're very divine creatures, but they're fucking evil. And one almost killed me as a child. They're like very, very territorial, even if they're not in their own fucking territory. And even if you're not really posing a threat, they'll perceive you as one. So swans are dicks, and someone might be trying to attract you just to hurt you or like pick at you or poke at you, um, basically criticize you, but they are trying to attract you. So it's a very confusing energy of like not necessarily resisting the swan, but knowing a swan's a swan. Judgment in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse, and Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So falling for this swan, falling for the person who looks really good but doesn't really treat you very nice or says the something, like that energy. But it's like cups would be feminine, knight would be masculine. And once again, parental figure could be a parent, could be a father figure. Um, Reverse judgment, not holding this person to a sense of accountability or being able to have judgments against them. I can't. They're my this, that, whoever. Maybe they have a point. I'm not here to judge. All that shit, shitty fucking excuses for not having boundaries. You are essentially blaming someone else for not having any boundaries by trying to alleviate the stress from either of you. Don't do that. No judgment, no boundaries. Not a good place to be. King of Pentacles, no money, broke ass bitch, right? That's whoever this person, this swan, who would draw you in and attract you just to fucking try to fucking attract you to attack you. That person gave you this lack of boundaries and taught you this broke ass mentality and got you to put your defenses down only to leave you in the dust. Okay. That is what it is. So at this point, we have these two. Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles on its side. It's up to you. If you want to secure the bag, then you've got to accept what's coming to you. Knowledge, information, wisdom, lessons, people trying to help and teach you things along the way, taking it with grace, accepting the L's just as much as you accept the wins. If you want to secure that bag, it's time to listen. Your ears clogged, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Both on its side. They go in tandem, right? So, hell fucking yes. This is a cool ass deck. These are smooth ass readings. Yeah. I like these a lot. I know I started late, but I've already been on for like an hour and a half. I might wrap it up. I feel like this was a nice, concise reading. Almost personal. I know that my shorter videos did not get as high of views as my other videos do, but it's a really good reading, at least. It was really, I mean, it's a great deck. I really like these. I'm going to be using them more often, or at least for a little bit. Probably really a great deck for this Aquarius and Pisces season, especially because I want to reintroduce all the other decks come the new year for Aries season, where we'll like be able to do the whole lineup and it'll be super cool. It feels like we only go backwards, baby. Every part of me says go again. Yeah, I definitely feel like it was highly your vibe, but you're here on a Monday night, and I got a couple lurkers, but it's been just really you tonight, and I appreciate that. So, of course, it's going to be tailor made to you, and only a few people are going to watch the replay, and it's going to be very much theirs too. Whoever I just said that, and they were like, "Oh shit, shake that ass, mom." The lovers could be a Gemini, could be someone in a relationship. But I just dropped a whole bunch of cards, so there's some messy stuff for whoever just walked in. But that's fine. You don't have to listen because if it's not all about one person, people think it's not for them. But it's all spirit messages, so just listen. But that's cool because it actually mixes up this deck, which once again, I put them all in order. It's funny. I feel like I've dreamt about this using this deck before I actually really used it. like after it was gifted to me. But I've been having what I felt like is a lot of deja vu, but my dreams did come back. I just don't remember them when I wake up lately. So I just never know if I actually slept, dreamt it, or if it's, uh, experiencing the delay in my brain. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we got more cards coming out. These are really deeply personal feeling though, so once again, if you are here, I would stick around. Seven of Pentacles with the Spider and the Devil. So if you're a Capricorn, I wouldn't be surprised. But also, definitely, this message is like for you coming up hot. If you're not a Capricorn, then there could have been something that happened during Capricorn season, which would have been right around Christmas time up until um, just about a week ago, right? And it was long. Not a week ago. I'm sorry, it's February. It would have been 3 weeks ago, the 19th. It was late January. Okay, judge me not. Doesn't really matter, right? Show me what you got. Anyways, I got a big fucking pile of cards right here. They did not stick around. They were like, I'm not doing this. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles. Is this face down or is the deck upside down? It's, oh, in the reverse? It's in the reverse. Yeah, Four of Pentacles again. The fox is looking for something, but the rabbit is on a journey. You know? Knight of Pentacles still in reverse. That gold digging energy coming up again. Just letting go of that, right? Just releasing the need to fulfill someone's emptiness ever again. The Devil and the Seven of Pentacles. Once again, the spider, the tree, things being, it seems like things are locked in place, but really, again, protected and connected, you know? So the spider may suck the life out of its prey, but it also provides protection for most other things. And the devil, once again, getting a hold of what your vices and everything. Not really going to read this pile, I don't think, especially because it's upside down. It's sort of a future warnings when you don't accept the knowledge that comes through to you, or you want to argue about the messages that you get for yourself. It does create problems for you. So it looks like we've only got like a minute left on the ad timer. So I guess I'll just roll an ad and come back and wrap up this session. I will check out this stack of cards here. Um, and then I might just call it. I don't know. I just feel like this was really good. I don't know. It wasn't very silly. It was not very silly. So I'll be right back because we've only got a minute till pre-rolls anyway. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Watch it again, you know. But I'll be right back. Hello, 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 hello. We're back on. What's up? We got like a little 30-minute session before the next ad break, and I'm debating whether or not I'm going to be wrapping up the stream in that time. Hopefully, make it to the 2 hour mark. I know people really like to rewatch the longer videos, which is so odd to me. I'm this deck might be exhausting. I don't know. I didn't think I was super tired, but I also didn't think I was going to start my period today, and I did. So I probably will wrap it up after this. So I am using this new deck, but these cards are super interesting. The way they feel, they're super smooth. They're just absolutely gorgeous. These very dreamy images. So it's very much dream interpretations, as well as looking at Akashic recordings and um, guidance for when your soul's having its hard times and dark phases, right? So the top of this pile, it's mostly face down cards, right? But the top is the moon in the reverse. So what I'm getting out of this is very much Pisces season is coming up. And so we are being a little impatient as it's not quite Pisces season yet. And this is sort of the reminder that we have another 2 weeks before we get to that phase of the year. Because once again, you should really be focused on the work, regardless of what the work entails, whether it's on yourself or physical work that you do for a job or whatever. Um, but you need to do the work and focus on that and keep your head down in a sense until that transition, which is in, another week or two, right? So um, this is really going to be a time to grind, so to speak. And I'm not a rise and grind person unless you talk about my grinder full of weed, right? This is a time to put your head down and fucking work. Okay. Because the moon, definitely the absence of the moon is not necessarily a good thing. It's Pisces energy, so Pisces in the reverse might be like Pisces not feeling themselves or Pisces being absent from the picture, or once again that it's just like not Pisces season yet. So it's also searching and searching. The moon definitely represents a period that is sort of like dark times, but like I don't know. The moon to me is almost more of a tower moment than the tower card, especially in this deck. But the moon is like your period of darkness where you kind of get to focus on your best possible outcome or what your best case scenario would be. So you like go through this like these times are hard, but if I could have it my way, it would be like this, that, this, that. And it's almost like that period is over. So you've either changed directions of what you think your best outcome will be, or it's a signifying that these dark times are over and you're going to start moving towards the best case scenario thing that you wished for because we have the Four of Wands right here. So it's like, your heart singing that song and things coming together. And starting to work out and a very passionate connection at that. So these cards face down, this is what's to come. This is where these are going to be the last cards in the reading, I think. And then we'll chat for a little bit before I jump off so we can kind of like decompress and assess together before I abandon y'all. So think of these as like the future cards or like what these dreams are meaning to show you or whatever the case is. Okay. 8 of Cups. Yeah, gotta quit drinking. That's literally 8 of Cups again. So, Page of Pentacles, reaching for stuff that's not necessarily out of reach, but just comes with a price that you don't see. The Hanged Man, being really dedicated and remembering that dedication and loyalty are good until they cost you yourself, until they are at your expense. And Five of Pentacles, coming out even, coming out broke-ish. Yeah, being on this path of drinking or doing too much or, not wanting to face reality is going to catch up pretty fucking fast. And it's going to be ugly as fuck. It's not going to not be pretty. It's going to be fucking ugly. That's alcohol. Alcohol is fucking ugly. And it looks bad on you. Looks bad on everyone, really. And I was drinking the other night, so don't even get it twisted. I ain't a hypocrite. I'm included. It's ugly. So, 3 of Wands. Virtue, flying your own path, Knight of Pentacles, avoiding that gold digging ass. 5 Five of Pentacles in reverse, releasing that broke mentality. Page of Cups, going with the flow and knowing that you do have plans and something, guiding you, right? Ten of Swords, yes, long, hard battle. Cry out, mourn, understand that things are going to fall apart in order to be reborn. We got the King of Cups, ruler of the ocean, the killer whale, the gentle beast, and yet perfectly capable. And the Hierophant, Taurus, what up? That's me. I'm Taurus, teaching all these blind mice how to see. But I think also the Hierophant being there might indicate a season, by Taurus season, basically. So we're talking late April. We're talking 420 itself is when things will start to work out, make sense, and be like, yeah. And this is honestly a pattern we go through year after year. And it's not always these like life-changing, big, obvious moments. It's it's sometimes just the subtle things you learn and the things you discover and what you unlock within yourself or others, and just kind of seeing things for what they're worth, if not significant, great, obvious physical change, but more an acceptance or a pivot from where you are mentally, emotionally, or otherwise, right? So, yeah, this is a really great deck. Really loved that reading. I know you did. I hope anybody else watching did. I am going to roll just a 60-second ad real quick. Stay true to you. Eight of Swords. This last card is so beautiful. This very much feels like cooperation, connectivity, and like guidance of that's epic. Very, very magnificent. Good. I'm glad to hear it that I'm here and you are here and we are all together. Yeah, that's wild too. Yeah. Um Amazing. It's like especially because it's the dream deck where it was like you were called to wake up for sure. But yeah, they're a little hard to shuffle because I think there's only 78, but they're so thick. Yeah, it's only 78 cards, but it's a huge deck. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I'm gonna put them away. Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Keep dreaming. Keep looking into the future as an infinite possibility, because it is. And yeah, that was, oh my God, what a great deck. This is a new favorite for sure. Yeah, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you to my witchy blessed friend Jess. Yeah, so we're gonna roll a 60-second ad, and I'm gonna probably sign off after that, but we'll talk a little bit about this when I get back. Okay, so I refreshed the page and it's like not. Oops, who did? Hello? I'm so confused. Okay. Hello. So if you're just joining, you just missed the tarot reading. Back to the pink box. We're just chatting. You'll notice the little turquoise box, and then the chat moves to the other side of the screen. And that's how you know we're doing tarot things. But I just put away my brand new deck. It's going to be an awesome replay. And I highly recommend watching it. In fact, I'm going to be jumping off in a minute here. I wanted to just chat a little bit about the deck and the reading if we wanted, or answering any questions of any kind at this time. But no plans to be back anytime too soon. I'm going to be busy preparing for Valentine's, the weekend. I'll be back Thursday, most likely, unless I'm really busy. But late Thursday, possibly Friday. Might take Friday off. I never stream Saturdays, and then I should be back on Sunday, Monday, per usual. But tonight, yeah, I'm gonna take my weekends, right? Yeah, yeah. So I got a minute's chat. I like to try to get at least like the hour marking, so I got like 20 minutes before I dip out. That's why I said any questions. We got the pink chat box open for a reason. Um, it was wild. I could tell. I could tell. It didn't seem like it was personal to you, but then it was anyways, right? Like I didn't really realize that it was for anyone in particular, what it was specifically about. But I definitely could tell that it resonated with you. Yeah, that was cool. I really like that deck. I look forward to using it more. I have a few personal readings that I hope to get to this week, during my time off. So if you want to book a personal reading at any given time, you can always go on my website, www.illymilly.com. If you go to the mystical page, you'll see a list of my services, the decks. I'm still working on my website. I say that a lot because I don't do a whole lot of work to it, and I very rarely find the time or motivation to sit down and work on the back end of things over there, right? Let alone the front end of them. So I just always have so much going on that it is always perpetually gonna be under construction, right? So no, yeah, I don't. It's not just for you, remember? um, but yeah, I look forward. I'll be doing personal readings for the next 3 days, so now is a good time to book, y'all. The calendar option's confusing. You pretty much just buy one and you'll get it within 24 hours unless notified otherwise. Um, I still have spellbound stuck in my head. Yeah, somebody may have even put a spell on you in a sense. Again, most of the time it's not ghosting, it's haunting. Ghosts disappear, haunters leave a trace. Remember that. Um, go where your gut is leading you, but make sure you do it with a clear, conscious, not mind. Yeah, probably. Black's good for protection. Um, Definitely don't mess with that shit till you sober up a bit, for sure. Wait till the new year, that's springtime, to set any intentions. Maybe do a protection thing. We'll go over some stuff for New Year's. We'll prepare well for this year because it's gonna be a breakout year. Hopefully not acne, but if karmically speaking, that's where you're headed, then that's where you're heading, right? Um, we're gonna have a really great new year. Things are going in many, many good directions. And I'm excited to share with y'all. Keep in touch. Hopefully during these days off I will be on the forums more, and I will try to I've updated the descriptions on each of the decks on my website, but the links don't click through and I don't know why, because on my end they're supposed to. So it's one of the many things on my list of things to do. And then I'm getting ready for Valentine's Day. I got a surprise thing. It's coming up, coming out this week. So keep in touch. Once again, follow me on the Instagram accounts at illymilly and at elmisdex if you indeed want to. And you can keep up with what's going on as we drop the different seasons of love we've got coming up for the Valentine's run. We're doing a Valentine's run. content, content coming out, coming next. Gonna be amazing. So, kind of like, fuck yeah. Yeah. Thought I could talk for like 15 more minutes, but I don't even know if I can. I think I'm just gonna go. I think it's just gonna be a short ass stream, and if people don't watch the replay, that's on them. Yeah, I'll roll a fucking another ad, and then I'm a dip. It was a great night. I don't know if, like I said, I might just be tired because Sarah Paulson decided to drop her mixtape like 3 days early because of the full moon, so it's like double intensity, double whammy. Um, kind of low energy more than tired. And then I used a new deck in a very deep way, and that's probably slightly exhausting, though it felt very natural, very smooth, and very unchallenging, very, very, very much in tune with me. It could have been that, but just kind of a quiet night. Thanks for keeping me company. That was awesome. Thank you to the lurkers as always. Please keep stalking me. Just actually, JK, stop stalking me. It's okay if you want to watch my streams quietly, though. That's not the same as stalking. So, love you all so much. Once again, gonna roll the ads. Gonna get out of here after that. So, thank you for tuning in. I will not be back until probably Thursday night. Um, and even then, it might be another short one because, again, preparing some things for Valentine's, Halloween. um, and I am very excited and very much looking forward to it. So, happy full moon, happy Black History Month, happy Aquarius season, happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. And all that. Good night and good luck. And once again, not coming back after these ads, just making a quick buck. See ya. Thanks again. I love you. Sweet dreams. Until the next nightmare.